Hi, my name is Peng Yang, a graduating fourth-year student majoring in psychology and minoring in nonprofit management. This fall, I had the privilege of joining Lee California's Community Engagement Student Fellowship Program through CSU Sacramento's Community Engagement Center. Before this fellowship, I was active in my community, mostly through volunteering and helping local nonprofits. However, I had little experience with the political side of civic engagement. What that means is that going to the fellowship, I wasn't too familiar with the political atmosphere on campus. Notably, I joined during the period of the 2024 presidential elections. As a fellow for the program and during such an important period, I was able to learn more about civic engagement than I would have as a typical student. Through the guidance of the CEC, I worked with the League of Women Voters to register voters on campus, created a graphic to promote Election Day, and most importantly, engaged with students about voting. I also volunteer for the Network Cafe held by the CEC. During this event, it was incredibly encouraging to see so many local organizations come together to network and learn more about how to engage Gen Z in civic participation. As I mentioned, I also created a graphic to promote Election Day. While creating the graphic, I thought about what would inspire me as a student to vote. The phrase, "your vote, your voice," stood out to me because that's truly what it is at its core. I know as a student and from talking to my peers, being able to voice and provide input is priceless. By using that phrase, it reminds students that their vote is their seat at the table for their future. The most rewarding part of the fellowship was engaging with my peers about voting. When I tabled with the League of Women Voters, I was surprised and encouraged to see so many students already registered. It really showed me that students care about making their voices heard. During tabling, if students stopped by, we would mention the vote center we had on campus for them to go vote in person. We also shared with them the League of Women Voters Easy Voter Guide, which was incredibly helpful. I shared this same guide with my peers who mentioned that voting would have been so much easier if they had this beforehand. During election week, I heard the same question over and over. Did you vote? I heard it in my classes, at club meetings, and even from friends. It felt like a reminder of how civic engagement connects us, and it wouldn't have resonated as deeply if I hadn't been a part of this fellowship. If I hadn't gone out to table or promote the elections, I wouldn't have recognized how important it is to create and support an academic environment that values civic engagement. Personally, my biggest takeaway from this fellowship is that promoting civic engagement is more accessible than it looks. The hardest part, taking the first step and finding your voice.